another episode of the Wanderlust Wealth Show. Today, I have one of my wonderful Wanderlust Wealth Academy students, Carolina. I'm so excited to have you on the show today because, we just did a 30-day challenge in July. And I remember at the end of the challenge, you were like, yeah, my challenge was to pay off a lot of my debt. And you'd paid off $17,000 in 30 days. And when I saw that, I was like, excuse me, what? That is so incredible. So I'm so just excited to talk to you more about what kind of happened during those 30 days, how you were able to pay $17,000 off, just because I know that this is also going to motivate so many other people to show them that they can do it too. So thank you so much for being on the show today.
Yes. So first off, thank you for having me on the show. I'm super excited. So of course, the big question, how did $17,000 happen? I think most importantly, it was just starting, the Wanderlust Academy. When this competition started, I asked myself, where do I want to be in 30 days, right? I sat down one night, the night that the competition started. And when I sat down, I looked at all my finances and realized I was about $17,000 in debt. I still have a bit more debt, but it was just really, really bothersome. It's kind of like something just sitting on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked at it, I started looking at my finances. I looked at my savings account. I looked at where can I potentially cut costs. And one of the biggest costs was food. During that time in July, my kids were also off from school, meaning I did not have any after school care. I didn't have to worry about before after school care and so on. So I had a little extra money. I looked at how much I was spending on food, cut that out.
Out of curiosity, how much were you spending on food?
Oh, anywhere between $200 to $300 plus a week and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, also you go to the grocery store, you spend $200, and then midweek you're like, hey, I need to go back to the grocery store. It's another $250, and that doesn't include fast food or restaurants,
right?
As well. And I think as society we get so caught up in what's the fastest.
Yep.
So I spent the months all right, let me buckle down. So I buckled down and I just put the plan in action. One of the first things I did was I created an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
My Excel spreadsheet had, how much I spend, where all my money goes. And then I did the math of where I could cut out, right? So as I started cutting out money, I started realizing I have this much more extra cash flow, which equated to about $4,800, $4,900 for the month.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge cut.
Yeah. And again, like I said, my kids were not in school too, as well. And I mean, I already had, about $1,200 worth of cash flow.
Totally.
And when I just looked at everything, I was like, okay, I can do this. Right.
Yes.
So I pulled about, and I actually have the numbers here. I pulled about $12,500.
Yeah.
Out of my savings account. I left at $1,000 right now. So I have to work on
replenish that.
Yes, I have to replenish that. But I feel comfortable.
Well, and it's also when you think about because I think a lot of people kind of get into this trap, right? Because they're like, well, I really need to build my savings account. And don't get me wrong, it is so important to build your savings. But when you look at the numbers and the interest rate that you're paying on your credit cards in comparison to how much you're making in your savings account, you're literally losing money by having that credit card debt. So it's so, so important to get that fully eradicated.
Yes, that is correct. Well, another motivator too, as well, was I had the $12,500 sitting in an interest-free credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually expires here on September the 4th.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I was like, all right, I really got to get it together. I can't let this sit in this account because it was I think 26%.
Yes. Nope. Not doing that. Okay. I love that. And something I really love about what you said is that it just became really bothersome for you. And I think the same thing happened to me because in 2020, I finally looked at all of my expenses. This was after I got back from actually it was really 2021 because in 2020, it was 2020. 2020, I was in $25,000 worth of credit card debt. And for a year, I just really wasn't doing anything about it. I was like, well, I'm making money. I'll pay it off eventually, right? But honestly, at that time, it wasn't a priority. I hadn't made it a priority until it got to the point where it felt so bothersome for me. And so I did the same thing. I buckled down. I focused on paying off that debt. It became the priority. And for a lot of people, what they don't realize is it's just not the priority for them. So they have to make that mindset shift so that it becomes the priority,
Another thing I also did too as well is I actually started waking up at 5 in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Unfortunately, now I can't kick the habit out because now I wake up every day at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't have to be ready.
I feel that. Me too, girl.
Yeah, I have to be ready to leave until 7 a.m. But during that time, I sat down with myself and I just reflected, like, where am I going with life? Like, ultimate goal is real estate, investing, and I'm at the beginning stages right now at the moment. So I'm like, where am I going? Where do I want to be? What kind of legacy do I want to leave for my children? 10 years from now, do I want to continue to work a full-time job? Do I want to eventually cut back and, just pursue more hobbies? So during the reflection time, it just allowed me to really reevaluate. Did a lot of positive affirmations. I actually kind of brought these here with me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah, these are my positive affirmation cards. I started off with the napkin,
Yeah.
a napkin that I have in my car. I was sitting in my car one day, just feeling sorry for myself about life. I guess when I think just burned out. I work in medicine, and unfortunately, burnout is very high.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you give more than what you get back. You give a hand and they take a mile.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in my car after work, and I just pulled out this napkin that I had sitting in my passenger seat. And I started writing down my goals, like where I want to be. In 1 year from now, I want to pay off debt. 1 year from now, I want to at least buy one rental property. And 1 year from now, and so on. And more importantly was change mindset, right? So with the challenge, number one, again, like I said, it was paying off the debt, not feeling the heavy weight on my shoulders. And then second thing was mindset.
Yeah.
So with the mindset, I also had counseling too, as well. So
because I remember you saying in the challenge, like when we were going week through week, you said you were going through the money and mindset portion of the course, and we're like, it really brought up some stuff for me, and it, led you to really seek more counseling. I'm like, that is incredible. Incredible.
That is 100% correct. As I was going through, I realized that I have like this negative mindset, like I'm not enough, I don't deserve it, I'm incapable, I will never be enough. And as I went through the course, and I'm still in the course now, I'm still doing the classes and so on, I realized like, I got to change my mindset. And as I continued to change my mindset, like everything just started happening. And I'm still in shock. And I was like, off this much. But another challenge, like, wow, like as I was typing up the number, like, this is so surreal. Like there's no way in heck this happened. But when I crunched the numbers, I looked at my bank statement. I was like, okay, the number does add up.
Well, and it's crazy. This is what I tell people all the time. It's crazy how fast it really can happen when you are focused and you're set and you've cleared out some of those limiting beliefs. Like the universe really does come to give you everything that you want and need. And it's like really taking the time to do some of that inner work so that it can present itself in your outer world as well. Yeah. I love that. And so another thing that you said is you like put everything in a spreadsheet. I remember I did it. And so in the Wanderlust Wealth Academy program and course, everyone gets access as well to like the Wealthy Way roadmap, which is exactly like on how to pay off debt and save up for your first investment property. And the first thing that I tell everyone to do is write down everything you're spending your money on. I give them in like a spreadsheet template because it's so important because most people don't realize is like they haven't sat down and figured out where their money is going. And for a lot of people, what they don't realize is the amount of money that's going out is way more or even just a little bit more than the money that's actually coming in. And until you take the time to sit down and do this, like you just don't know. And that's when you like are overspending and stuff. So I'm so happy that you said that you did that because that is for everyone, the first step, 100%.
And I also created a budget for myself too, as well. Yep. I created a budget. I was like, all right, this is for entertainment. This is for eating out. And even then, like the kids like, let's go eat here. I was like, no, let's stay home. Mommy's going to cook at home. And, let's save this for another day.
Yeah.
So, and even then, like it's still a challenge now. I'm continuing to incorporate what I learned during July.
And that's the thing. It is a continual thing. I think for sometimes it's kind of like working out, right? People think, okay, you work out, you get in shape, you're in shape for the rest of your life. No, it's a maintenance, right? Like you have to continue and you have to maintain. So it's all of the mindset work. And that's why I tell everyone too, keep going back through the money and mindset. I'm always working on my mindset every single day in some way. It could be old courses. It could be through podcasts. It could be through meditations, whatever that looks like. You have to go back and continuously work on your mindset because otherwise you can start to slip into those old habits because they're so ingrained in like what you've learned and how you grew up and things like that. So you have to keep shifting so that you can keep making even bigger and bigger strides. Okay, so do I have something exciting happening for you? So if you have been trying to get into real estate investing, but you find yourself stuck in analysis paralysis, maybe you just don't know where to start or what your next steps are, this event is going to be for you. Now, I do not do this often, but I am going to be hosting a free, and I mean 100% absolutely free, live masterclass on September 17th on how you, yes, you can get started investing in real estate by the end of 2024. Because y'all, we are already halfway through the year, people, okay? Approaching Q4 at this point, and there is so much time for you to make this real estate investing goal of yours a reality. I also think this is going to be my last free masterclass of the year. So this is going to be the last opportunity that you will have to come and learn from me live and get all of your questions answered by yours truly. Now it is time for you to get into the room with people doing exactly the thing that you want to do. So if you want to come to this completely free live event, DM me the word freedom on Instagram or click the link in the show notes to sign up there. And I will see you there. I'm so freaking stoked. Now let's dive back into the show.
Yeah, exactly. And I think too as well, like, I mean, life happens during this. I mean, I had a couple things come up like, this is pushing me back a bit. I'm like, all right, it's okay. It's going to temporarily push me back. Like I'm still paying things off. Just one day at a time. Right. Yeah. And I think too, what's also important too is also at the end of the day, whatever you choose, but at least for me, at the end of the day, I like to sit with myself. Like, what did I do today? What did I accomplish?
Yeah.
Even if today I accomplished to get in like a 30-minute walk, it's better than nothing, right? Like celebrating those small wins. And I think as you celebrate the small wins, it allows for you to continue to motivate yourself.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we're our biggest cheerleader, right? I always tell people, if you don't show up for yourself, no one else is.
Yep.
Right?
100%. Yeah. And that's why, like, even in the Wanderlust Wealth Academy community on the back end, we have that wins tab. I'm like, any wins you guys have, if you get pre-approved, if you pay off debt, if you get a property, whatever that looks like, celebrate it because you are so much further than you were 3 months ago or 2 months ago or 6 months ago, you know?
Yes. And also what I loved about the challenge was, witnessing everyone else have different types of wins. And it was just so much fun to celebrate with all the other ladies too. As well.
I love that. I know. I'm thinking we're going to do another challenge in November because that will be like right before the holidays. Just really get people geared up for the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that one.
Oh, yes, I definitely will.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. So I guess in general, like how has your experience been within WWA so far? Because you've been in the program for 2 months now, almost 3 months?
It's been about, I'd say 2.5 months.
Yeah. And how's your experience been so far?
So it's been really great. I think it's all about like what you put into it is what you get out of it, right? So I just finished real estate school. I'm now joined a brokerage. So initially I was unable to join the Monday and Wednesday classes. Yeah. But I always, on my drive home, I would listen, or at night before I go to sleep, I would also listen to the Zoom, the recorded Zoom meetings too as well.
Yep.
Now that I've been able to show up, it's been so much fun. Like I love that I can be a part of a group where I am with other like-minded women. It motivates me to know that one day I'm gonna get to where another colleague is getting to, right?
Yes.
Well, it's just been a phenomenal experience, and I'm so happy I joined. I know when I did the initial class with you that you did an introductory courses. Oh, I don't know. Can I do this? Can I not? I don't have time. I'm very busy. I work. I'm in real estate school, and I actually just started my MBA program on Monday.
Yeah. Congrats.
I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because if I don't try it, I won't ever know what comes out of it. And 100%. I'm so glad I did. Right now, I got a cash refinance loan. The next option is to start looking for a rental property. And it's just so much fun to get feedback from everyone.
Yes. Well, and you already went and looked at your first property this weekend, which is huge. Huge. Because I remember when I originally was talking to you, you were like, well, I don't know if we'll be able to get a property this year. I'm like, girl, that is no. We are getting a property. It's going to happen.
Yeah. You know, I look back now at my napkin I have in my little Subaru.
Yeah.
I look back at my napkin. I'm like, all right, this is going to become a reality. I am going to buy a property. You know, the goal is within the next year, but I think it's going to happen much sooner.
Yes.
I feel like I'm equipped with the tools I need. The courses have also allowed me to redirect my mind and clarify things that just did not make sense to me.
I love that so much. And I'm so excited to see how you keep progressing as the year goes on, because I just know that you're going to find something freaking awesome coming up soon.
Oh yeah, definitely praying about it. And, faith plays a huge role too as well.
Yes.
You put it into, I put it into the hands of God. I'm like, all right, you know what? It's going to happen. I entrust that it's going to work itself out. I'm going to do my part and everything else will fall into place.
That is so real and so true. And it's so funny because like believing that you can do it is half of the battle.
Exactly.
Like and I always think about this is if you want to do something in life, and if there's any desire that you have all of the tools within yourself to get them done. You really do. And you have to believe that you can do them. And truly anything out there is possible. And the first step to doing that is believing you can do it. 100%.
Believing it, shifting the mindset. And, and another thing I like to mention is also reading books too as well. Reading books, self.
What are some books that you've read recently that have been super? Yep, Think and Grow Rich is a great one. Great one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've looked. So I have a reading list in the course. So there's a few others in there as well that I would highly recommend. But yeah, Think and Grow Rich is a classic. It's so good.
I also started to
anymore. I have also literally I go through at least 2 to 3 audiobooks a week. So
nice, very nice. Another one I like a lot that I just started. Ego is the Enemy too.
Ooh, yes. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I love that. Awesome. So I guess, Carolina, if someone was on the fence in terms of joining WWA, what would you tell them?
Just do it. Just do it. You have to trust in the process. You have to trust in the process. I didn't trust in the process a few months ago, and I was kind of like just going in circles. I was going in circles. I was lost. I just felt like lost in space.
Yeah.
Like you're just floating around, and you're looking at all these YouTube videos. Like you hear the person on the other side, but no one's talking to you, right? Yep. And I'll never forget seeing your Instagram page. I'm like, gosh, she looks so happy. Like look at her bright dresses and look how happy she looks, like her radiant smile. I said, I want to be like that one day. And then when I realized that you had a course, I was like, okay, I got to do it. And when you had sent me the email, are you interested? I sat on my computer next to her. I was like, okay, am I going to make the move? Am I not? Am I going to make the move? I think I sat on my computer for at least a good 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
I was like, no, you're okay. You got this. Like, no, you don't got this. Like, nothing's changed. Like, nothing has changed. Like, you have to be willing to accept challenges in order to grow, right? You have to be in an uncomfortable space in order to grow. I am very uncomfortable right now with like this whole real estate. I'm scared. I'm nervous. The analysis paralysis that everyone talks about is real.
Yeah.
But with you by my side, with the other ladies by my side, I feel that anything's possible. I feel like I can confidently move forward in making the decisions that I'm making. And it's like I tell my husband, like, hey, Olivia said, he's like, oh, I like what Olivia said. Yeah, well, my best advice is just do it. Just go for it. Don't think about it twice. And you have to trust the process. And if you're listening to this, it's not by coincidence. Like, I genuinely believe that nothing happens coincidentally.
I love what you said so freaking much. And, there's an energetic shift that happens when you opt into something, right? So you opting into WWA in the coaching program, and like literally the fact that you sat there for 10 minutes, I totally get that. And I've been there too, but you in yourself, and you signal to the universe that you're ready to make a change. Right. Yes. And that is why you've seen these crazy leaps over the last couple of months. And I'm so freaking proud of you.
It's still very unbelievable. Like it's surreal. Like I'm like, is this for real? I show up to work, right? And I'm at work, just typing my computer. I'm like, is this for real? Like, did I just really sign today for like this loan? Like, am I really moving forward? Am I really looking at properties right now? Like, is this real? Like someone pinch me, like wake me up because I'm just screaming right now.
Oh my gosh. I love that. And that's the thing. There is so much great information out there online, right? There really is. There's so much great free information, but it does get to a point, and this happens to literally everyone, where you are just kind of going around in circles and you're listening to all the inspiration, and that's cool. But like, actually having that direct feedback, right, on every step that you're making, having someone like take you, hold your hand, make sure that you are going in the right direction and that you are taking the right steps needed.
Yep.
It's like you're paying to get there so much faster and with a lot less of a headache, right? And that's not to say everything's going to go perfectly or like it's real estate. It's also life.
Yes.
Things happen, but you are making that choice and that energetic shift to change your reality.
Yes. I agree with you completely.
I love this. Well, this has been so lovely, Carolina. And I am literally so freaking excited because I know you've already started looking at some great properties and I cannot wait for this to happen for you. So thank you so much for showing up. You slayed the challenge. You literally won the challenge because you showed up pretty much every single day, which is incredible.
It was tough on some days.
Yes, I know. Well, even
I'm like, I gotta show up. Like, show up every day. I'm showing up for myself. So
I think I missed like a day or like a couple of days, but I would go in there. I'm like, look, Carolina showed up every single freaking day. Like, so amazing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this. And good luck to anyone and everyone. And just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Love it. Thank you so much, Carolina.
All right. Take care.
Thank you so much for listening to Wanderlust Wealth Show. Now, don't forget to follow the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love this episode, it would literally mean the world to me if you shared this with a friend or a family member or literally like anyone off of the street. Like right now, go ahead, share it so you don't forget, or post it on social media and make sure to tag me. I love seeing what you're listening in on and what you resonated with, and I'm just so freaking thankful for you. I'm so freaking excited for you. I love you, and don't forget, life really doesn't have to be hard.